All right, happy Sunday, you guys. Welcome to Team Zoom. If you're on my team, I know we've got like some of Allison's team on here too. So and some of even Kenzie's, unless Crystal dipped out. All right, so um, we do these every single Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So you can always count on these. Always get your new team plugged into these because they're always awesome. Either it's me just giving you guys some tips, or usually I have a guest on like I do tonight, and they're usually diamond and above, giving their tips, or I pull somebody from my team that's just killing it, and they give kind of their tips and tricks and all that good stuff. So they're always note-taking Zooms, and they are filler-uppers, and they're like a little mini training. So, and they're usually like 30 minutes to an hour long, so it's not long, and they're awesome to plug into. So same pin code every single Sunday, same time, and they're always awesome. So don't forget to tell your teams as you're adding them to your team. So welcome. This is being recorded. If you need to watch the recording later, no problem. But tonight we've got an amazing, not only friend of mine, but she's a diamond leader. I keep wanting to call you double diamond because I legit feel, I know, I feel like you're double diamond. So she's awesome, you guys. She's killing it, and she has been. And watching her growth in the company is kind of a lot like mine. Like we've been through it, and then we came out on top. So, and we keep growing, and it's awesome. So Alison Stout, I'm going to let her take over. She is a diamond, like I said, you guys. But Alison, just tell us, like, we know your name, but your rank, how long you've been in, and what you did prior to It Works.
Okay, well, hi, everybody. So I've actually been with It Works now for 3.5 years. However, I just realized that November is the month, 6 months before I joined, that I became a customer. So I have been on the greens November 14th. It'll be 4 years sick-free from these greens, you guys. So I was one of those customers, had tried a few products, upgraded to a distributor later on because I needed extra money. So prior to It Works, I went to school, went to college, got a bachelor's degree, got married, thought I was doing the American dream, what I was supposed to be doing, like a lot of people do. And I soon found out that I hated working in a cubicle. I did not like another person telling me what to do every single day. And I did not enjoy being underpaid and overworked. So when you're in that, type of environment, you kind of think it's normal. It was a very, 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 very negative work environment. And I am an extremely positive person. So it just clashed tremendously. So when I found It Works, I was getting sick all of the time, constantly getting sick, from stress, from sinuses, just everything. So I found the greens through my hairstylist, and I just fell in love with the products. Had tried a few different products on my, first 3 to 4 months on auto ship. And, a friend of mine was actually doing the business. So I had reached out to her because I was going through a really bad breakup at the time. And I was getting a divorce, and I was in desperate need of some fun in my life. So as I'm watching my friends having so much fun, making money, taking the products I'm already taking, I was like, okay, no brainer. So I actually reached out to her and I said, I have got to do this with you. So I joined, and I always say that God put this business in my life the second I needed it, like not the day before, the day after, like the second I needed it, because I remember that day I joined, I was at a low point. Nobody knew that. I always had a smile on my face, but I was in a very, very low point. So I think I use that now to people, on social media, who you might look at and see, think that they have the most amazing life and they've got it all together. And in reality, it's a highlight reel, and they could be going to bed at night every night praying for an opportunity like this, like I was. So my first few months of the business, I started going to events, and I was pretty slow at first. I was moving like 3 different times, I think, in my first 8 months. So it was just kind of crazy, but I was still using my warm market. So that was a really big deal to me. That was how I started anything, was through my warm market. So do you want me to kind of go into, we're up till today and then what I'm doing, or?
Oh, that was good. Yeah, you were kind of transitioning. Yeah, that was perfect. So yeah, like, first of all, so there's her story, and you guys, like, she did work in an environment where she hated it so much. I used to hear, like, I can't wait to quit. And because of It Works, like, she was able to do that. So it's just been cool to see that journey happen and unfold. But, like, you know, and I guess, yeah, I loved what we were texting about. So yeah, dive into that. But, like, you've been killing it. And you, mostly what I want to hear is, like, or what everybody wants to hear, and you know this, but is the fact that you've been enrolling. And this business isn't always easy, but it's so freaking worth it. And if you get, like, your own little routine down and you start being consistent with something that works for you, you start to see the payoff, and you're actually enjoying it too. It's not like, what am I doing? I'm overwhelmed. So I know you've been killing it. Just tell us, like, I know you work Instagram. You know, last week Crystal was on with her host to post tips, so you guys heard a little bit about Facebook. Now Allison's been working Instagram, and just, like, do what you want. Tell us what you've been doing, because you said last week was, like, a crazy awesome week, right?
Yeah, it was the highest I've ever done in my entire business.
So, like, how many customers and how many distributors last week?
So I'm at 23 customers in a week and 9 distributors. So, and I have another info right now of a 20 and a coffee that I'm going to enroll. So it's been crazy. So,
but, like, wait, pause. So, like, for those of you, yeah, exactly. So for those of you, like, I can't get one person, like, listen closely. 23 people in 1 week for customers. So just tell us how. Just tell us how.
Absolutely. So I'm going to touch base really quick because I know that this is a good mindset for people. If you are brand new, utilize your warm market 100%. Okay. And that's what I did in the beginning. Then I transitioned to Facebook. I still use Facebook on a daily basis. It wasn't until I went diamond that I realized that there really are 7 billion people in the world, and that we have more than 1 or 2 or 3 platforms to build this business. I used to do parties and expos. I still do parties. I still love face-to-face, but I'm telling you guys, you can literally run this business from your phone 100% if you wanted to. I have blue in me. I love the party aspect. But when I transitioned after I went diamond to Instagram, I had always heard top incrementers say, you got to go on Instagram. And I had tried it a couple times. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, I don't understand this. So Courtney actually encouraged me about a month and a half after I went diamond. We both kind of started looking into Instagram together. She was really, like, she had just done she had done some trainings or something, and she had a lot of insight on it. So I spent all last year, I will tell you, I watched every YouTube video, every Zoom there was out there while I was getting ready. Every morning I was watching a different leader interviewing top income earners on their social media. Not even top income earners, just people killing it on social media. Okay, so number one, I encourage every single one of you every single day. I'm sure, Kim, you know, both of our teams, we talk about personal development. That is a given. You know, I won't even go into that because that's incorporated in your life. Okay. But putting in the work to learn is huge. So for me, I had to learn from different people because I had to hear something over and over and over until it finally clicked from maybe someone that I wouldn't even expected it to. And I did it mostly from listening to YouTube videos and Zooms like this online while I'm getting ready, while I'm power houring, while I'm messaging. So for about 8 months, I built on Instagram, still on Facebook. And I will tell you after conference this past year, I was just so ready for the next step, so ready for the next level that I realized that it's not going to happen without putting in the work. You know, we can always say, I always used to hear people say, you know, like Joel Dunn, everyone, they always say, you know, the only difference between you and me is the fact that we've talked to so many more people. And that's one thing that I always would hear, you know, any top incrementer would say, we just talk to more people on a daily basis. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good, you know, whatever, you know, or the fact that you know, taking action behind it. I used to always hear those words. I think a lot of maybe you can relate that you hear us saying it's 80% mindset, 20% action. But until you actually understand, like, what is that mindset part? Like, what is that 80%? Like, It is showing up for yourself every single day, every day, and growing like 1% every day, like any type of growth you can do. Every time I listened to a YouTube video about Instagram, I heard something different from someone else every day. So I started implementing those slowly but surely. I would take notes to a point where I had heard from so many different people what they were doing that I incorporated it into one daily routine. So probably the past 6 months, I have been hardcore on Instagram. And I will tell you, you guys, this time last year, we didn't have Insta stories like they do. Okay. The different thing about Instagram than Facebook is that you are telling a story through a picture. It's a little bit different than it is on Facebook. So I study other people on Instagram, not even just with It Works, just other bloggers, other companies, anything, to see how they're posting. So Instagram can be intimidating, but it is so worth it. I will tell you, if you are willing to learn and do a little bit of trial and error. So for me, every single day, I only do one post a day on Instagram, one post. That's really all the algorithm needs on Instagram is a good, solid post. So I actually have a routine. If you were to follow me on Instagram, I have a routine where I do a quote, picture, quote, picture, all the way down. So on Sunday nights, like right now, I just planned out my week of posting on Instagram. I have my next full week ready, and it is, I have so routine. Now the pictures I'm posting on Instagram, they are, what do we call them? I almost have it. They are a life post, life post. So every picture I have in the picture could be a cup of coffee, but in the description it's talking about our incredible fat burning and focused coffee that I'm drinking. In the picture it could be me on my phone or me with my friends, all of you guys. And it just looks like a picture to anybody else. But in the caption, I am talking in my caption, you're going to hear me talk about my story, what this business is doing for me. That is all Instagram is. It is incredible that you get to, yes, attraction marketing is what it is. It's full attraction marketing. So, and it has to be eye-catching, because when someone looks at your profile, within 3 to 5 seconds, they need to see something that is going to intrigue them, or they're going to keep scrolling. That's both Instagram and Facebook. So I do use Facebook on a daily basis. I try to post like 2 to 3 times on Facebook a day, sometimes more if I'm doing something. And I definitely make sure that it is something like catchy. I don't normally do big paragraphs unless it's like a picture I'm explaining something. Otherwise, it is literally, I love this keto coffee, y'all. Like, time to drink my keto coffee and do my things or something like that. So every single day I wake up. This is my daily routine. Every single day I wake up, I post on Instagram and I post on Facebook. I clear all of my messages. Everyone that I have that has responded from the night before, I clear those. And then I do my personal development every morning. That was something I wished I would have had when I was working. Like, I would try to get up early to do it, and it would just, like, I needed sleep. So I'm so blessed to have my personal development time in the morning. I reach out to my team usually in the morning. I love Voxer too. So if you have a team, even if you have one person, you guys, you have a team. You are leading someone. So I really encourage you to always check in with your team. And when you get to a point where you have so many runners, which is such a blessing, I try to, follow up with a couple every day throughout the week. And then these are the key things. I think Jade Hooper had said it, and it just stuck with me. There are only a few things you have to do every single day, but the key is being 100,000% consistent. And that is, you're going to add to your network, you're going to post, you're going to follow up, and you're going to message. Day in, day out, okay? And if you can get a really good routine, that's all you need. If you work full time, if you have kids, if you have a second job on top of this, like, you can do this. It might be a little bit more of, you got to find 10 minutes here, 30 minutes here, 15 minutes here. When I was working full time, I took my mornings, I took every break, every lunch, I worked, and at night I got a second cup of coffee. Before keto coffee was out, I got a second cup of coffee, and I worked a second job at home. I worked this from 4 to midnight some nights so that I could go full time. But now it is just a matter of working this every day. So what I do on Instagram is, and I encourage you guys, if you are wanting to work Instagram, the key is to find what you want to be known for. So we call it branding yourself. So try to pick like 5 things that you like about yourself, like that is interests you. So if you were to go to my profile on Instagram, in the bio, it would say my faith. It would say I'm a wino, I love wine, I'm a fur mom, I talk about my dogs all the time, I post about them, very positive, I have a Bible verse on there, just to kind of show that. And if you were to go through my page of pictures, what I post about, at least every picture is going to have some sort of tie into my bio, what I'm branded by. So there are people now that know me as a very positive person. They know me that I love my dogs, and that I drink wine and I have a lot of fun. Like that is what I'm branded for. And that is huge, but also utilizing the Insta story. If you want to be able to, it's like a Snapchat, you guys, throughout the day. It is a way for people to know you. They get to know me as a person. I'm very routine with my Insta story too. So I post every single morning. I get up and I post a positive quote on my Insta story. That way,
we should go on the one so you're on.
Are we good? Okay. That way, so I'm very routine with this. So I'm a very routine person. Like I am extremely routine when it comes to this business because I wasn't in the beginning and it showed. It showed in my paychecks. So if you do not have your organization down, I encourage you to find it and trial and error if you have to. But back to Insta story, what I do every single day is I get up and I post a positive quote, because I can't tell you how many people are going to look at that quote and message me, I needed this today. Boom, they're in my messenger. We're building a connection. Okay. Then I always post a product. That is where you're actually going to post about products and before and afters, is on your story, not necessarily on your page. You're not going to go to my page and see black, green, and bling. And it's not the fact that I'm like hiding it works. It's just the fact that like that is going to turn someone off. I want people to know that like It Works is my life. It is everything. It's the products I use. It's the friendships I have. It's the income. Like it's everything about
But it does not have to define you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you go to, yes, absolutely. So if I go to my page, they're going to see, I like it is a part of my life. And if someone were to go to your page and they're going to see, like, even in the bio, if they see It Works rep, they're probably, if they've had a bad, like maybe a bad experience before, or they've heard things about it, back in the day, they might just keep scrolling or unfriend you possibly. So you really want to be intriguing about that. I have people all the time who are like, when I'm asking about trying a product, they're like, yeah, I was going through your page. I couldn't figure like, who are you with? And in a weird way, I take that as a compliment because I'm like, oh, I'm doing my job. So your Insta story is where you are going to use your product. So that's where I make my keto coffee every morning. Every day I'm using a product, my greens, and I am doing a boomerang on there. I'm doing a video on there. I'm stirring the coffee. I'm explaining what it is. And people are watching. You can actually, just like on Snapchat, you can look and see everyone who's viewing your story. Okay. So again, I do a positive quote. I do a product. Then I go into before and afters. I am constantly posting before and afters of the product I'm talking about. I like to choose like 2 products a week. I don't do like a cleanse this day and keto coffee this day. I try to pick a couple and I do a challenge. So you might even follow other people doing Instagram, and you're going to see them doing this. So I'll do a keto coffee for a couple of days. And I'll say I have 9 spots available for 40% off. And I am going to start showing them when people are enrolling. I take a Snapchat of it, or a screenshot of it. I said, Carol just got her keto coffee, 8 spots left, VIP discount. And people are watching that. Okay. Then I go into like a video about like I'm driving down the road and oh my gosh, look at this deer that I'm seeing, like just being fun and entertaining, like what I normally would do with my friends, what I would normally do on social media if I wasn't with this business. And I'm just really real on there, and I will tell you, people will connect with you there. So that is a huge part of what I do on Instagram. And those are the 2 things that I do every single day, is I post and I do my Insta story all throughout the day in and day out. And then I actually do what people can be a little intimidated by, and I message. I message people every day, all day. So I think that is something that, you know, I think it comes with a little bit of confidence. I'm going to be honest. I think it does come with a little bit of confidence in what you're doing. And, but I'm building like friendships on social media through people. Like I am constantly interacting with my followers, and we're building friendships. And that's how those are the people that I am transitioning over to and talking to them. And I'm being real with them. They know what I'm, you know, they've followed me long enough that they know, you know, that I'm with a company, and that I believe in what I'm doing. And I think that is why I've been so successful, because people can see through my page how much passion I have for both the products and the company. They trust me to be able to try a product or try this business with me. I would say a majority of my distributors are now coming from Instagram, because they are, most of them are coming from Instagram now, because they are seeing my journey and my passion for it, and I can relate to them on any level. And the cool thing is that you can meet anyone from all over the world, you guys. I have team in 2 other countries, and that was a big goal of mine this year, was to go international. I've done it twice so far. And it just really made me realize that there are 7 billion people in this world. And that it is our job to share these products and this opportunity. It's not their job to ask us about it. It is our job to spread it works with the world, because there are people that need our products. And I love what Cammie said at the last, the Grand Rapids training, that if you're afraid to message, or if you're afraid to follow up, that's a mindset issue. That is a mindset issue. So I think that if there's anyone on here that is afraid of that, you need to, hopefully you can find deep down that you believe in what you're doing. And if you have belief in what you're doing and belief in what the products and the opportunity, then like people are going to trust you. So was there a question? I'm sorry.
No, I do want to make like okay, you guys, she's messaging people, and Allison, have you died yet or no? No, she hasn't died, everybody. So I encourage you guys, like, that's the thing. That's the one, like, major but minor thing people miss is they're like posting, girl, they're doing that, you know, they're sharing to their story, they're adding people to their network, and they're like, yes, they're posting great posts, and then they're like, but why am I not signing 23 customers and 9 distributors? Bro, because you're not even asking nobody. So I was in the, like, that is huge. And I was in the shower a couple days ago, guys. I've been doing this 5 years this month, and I was in the shower the other day, and I was like literally, like, you know how when you're in the shower you're like thinking, you just think of random stuff. Okay, I was in the shower and I was like, dude, I get paid to like talk about a product that I love. Like, I legit get paid to talk about a product that I love. And they could have asked Kim Kardashian. They could have asked literally anybody from television to talk about this stuff. They could have put it on shelves. They could have put it in Sephora. Our skincare could be in Sephora, but they didn't, because Mark and Cindy and Pam and Pam, they were like, listen, I think that we could make this a really great opportunity for families to change their lives instead of letting Kim Kardashian get another cent. Like, do you guys get what I'm saying? We are literally paid to promote a product that is amazing. And when you really think about the fact that it could be anybody else, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but you guys know who Tori Spelling is? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I used to watch Scary Movie 2 like it was going out of style. And she's on that movie, and she's skinny mini, and she's like a whole different person. Now she's had like, I think she's got like 5 kids now. It's been years, and she's she's a mom. Like, she's totally different. Okay, you know, you guys ever see me wearing that dark lipstick that I wear all the time? It's a brown lipstick. I wear it like in all of my selfies. She sells that, but so do other families. It's a network marketing company, but guess what? They let Tori Spelling in on it. No one's got a chance because Tori Spelling sells it. And I'm not saying that like no one has a chance, but she also does Fit Fab Fun boxes, and they asked her to be a part of Power Fluid Lips. So she had, you know, that's like asking literally Tori Spelling to be a part of It Works. That would suck for us. Everybody, I mean, they'd be like, oh, a celebrity's doing It Works. You guys, they don't do that to us. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like Tori Spelling sells the lipstick that I buy from a lady. Like, how crazy is that? Like, we are blessed because we get to promote a product. So my point was, if you're not messaging people, like, what are you doing? We are so blessed to have an opportunity where we're basically Target, only we can do it from our phones. Like, I think that's cool. So anyway, can I ask one question though, real quick?
Mm-hmm.
So Paige says, because I'm sure everybody is curious now, what are you messaging them? You don't have to send specifically what you send, but in general, like, what do you say?
Yes. So, well, once I build a connection with people, so my power hour on Instagram is almost the same as like it is on Facebook. So I go through like 10 minutes, I'm liking and commenting on pictures, I'm getting to know people. I do message from Insta stories. So when I'm messaging, I see someone like having a really good cocktail. I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks so good. That is already getting me in their messenger. Okay. That's one way. And then I go to my friends people that are following me, and I will go to their page. I'm going to stalk them a little bit. And I tell them that. Like, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to stalk you. Like, I tell them that because I'll go and I'll kind of investigate a little bit. Like, who is this person? Okay. And I get to know them a little bit just from reading some of their posts, going through their page. You know, I'll scroll down to like, you know, weeks ago, years ago, and just kind of see, and I'll like a couple pictures. And then I'm going to go into their inbox and I'll go into their inbox and I'll just say, hey girl, I literally was just stalking your page. They can see that because they just have this crazy girl named Alison, like just like 7 or 8 pictures. Okay. So they can tell that I was stalking their page. And I just go into, I give them a compliment of some sort. So I liked that, you know, I like your style. I like, you're so funny. Like I feel like you and I would get along. Like I really genuinely have new friends, like on Facebook and on Instagram, like on social media, like we make fun. Like some of these girls, I'm like, oh my gosh, we would get along so well. Like then I transition into either two things. I'm more into product models right now. But if I think someone could rock this business, I literally say, girl, I think you would do so good at what I do. What do you do? I'm so happy you asked me that. And that is what Kim is saying. I literally tell them I simply promote products for a health and wellness company. I get paid to promote products for a health and wellness company online, via social media, and by word of mouth. It's super fun. It's flexible. Like, it can go along with any schedule. Does this seem like something that you could do? I always end with a question because I want to not give them too much, but I want to get to know them a little bit better. Majority of the time I am asking for product models, and I literally go through and I will tell them that I am starting another round of a 90-day challenge. I kind of go old school with it. And I say, I'm starting another round of a 90-day challenge of one of my favorite products. Would you be interested in giving it a try? Anyone who does gets my 40% off discount. And then they'll either look at it and not say anything, okay? Or they'll ask, majority is, what is the product? That's literally like what everyone says. So then I say, which area would you choose from to try a product? And I give them a list and I ask them, are you looking to try, are you looking for, what's the top one? Do you love coffee? Okay, which area would you choose from to try a product? Do you love coffee? Are you looking to eat healthier, weight loss, lose some weight, or do you want longer skin and thicker hair? Do you want to reduce stress? So I give them a list and then they tell me what they're looking for. Then I can tell them the products that we have they can benefit from. And then from there, I mean, you just kind of go with the conversation. If they say they want to lose weight and they love coffee, I'm going to go into the skinny coffee combo. I'm going to say, girl, you have to try our keto coffee. If you love coffee, want to lose some weight. I give them a description of what keto coffee is. And then, I tell them about the chocolate greens, mixing it. That's literally what I do. Then they ask, oh, sounds good, and they'll either ask how much it is right there. Or I'll say, yeah, great. Would you like pricing info on this challenge? If they say yes, I again explain, okay, so this is awesome. Like, for instance, the keto coffee. I'll say, girl, it's cheaper than Starbucks. At retail, it's $65 for a bag of 15 packs, but because you're as like my product model, you're gonna get my 40% off discount for only $39 as long as you try it this month. That's my wording's kind of off right now. I'm not reading it. My phone's up at me, but this month, December and January. The key that changed for me was definitely saying the months, because I will tell you, people come back at me and be like, you didn't say 3 months. I'm like, yes, I did, you know, but it's an amazing deal. If you're telling them the discount that you're going to give them, you're going to hook them up with your discount because if you're their product model. I mean, and you already know they are looking, they have a goal to reach because you ask them what area would they choose from to try a product. What I used to do is I used to just give them a product and then I'm like, well, wait a minute, you know, that's not really working very well because people might want to lose weight, but they also might want to grow their hair. So a lot of times people will say, I want longer, healthier skin and hair, and I want to lose weight. Boom. Okay. Now I'm talking about the hair, skin, nail vitamin and our Fit 15 pack. You know what I'm saying? And it's really just that every single day. Now, it is a numbers game. The reason that I've seen success is because I am adding constantly to my network every single day. And when you add on Instagram, you add 60 an hour. You can add 60 people an hour. What I like to do is I like to find people all over the world, all over the country. So I will like pick a city. I will go into the search and then I will find a picture from that city. So say I'll go to Arizona, Phoenix. I'm gonna search Phoenix, Arizona. I'm gonna take a pretty decent picture from there. It has quite a bit of likes and comments on it. I'm gonna go to those likes and I'm gonna start adding people from that city. Okay, that's how I'm moving out of my area. I'm finding people all across the country. I have people in so many states now on my team, and that is where I'm finding my people. But then I am messaging at least right now, my daily schedule is a little different because I've picked back up host to post on Facebook fully. Like I'm doing craziness right now. So I'll do like 10. I'll do 10 messages, okay? On the hour, every hour. 5 to 10 times a day. So if you add up the math, I'm talking to a minimum amount of people that I'm reaching out to, at least 50 people a day on Instagram. And I can't even tell you how many on Facebook, whoever comments on a host to post. And I'm trying to get out at least 5 to 8 host to posts a day. So.
And how do you because if you, I went to your Instagram and obviously you're private, but I went to your Instagram just to be like, hey, where's Alison Stout? What's she like? What's going on? And what I love, you guys, is that, and this is the same for, Katie Bevington, who is Presidential Diamond. This is the same for Cheyenne Knox, who is Presidential Diamond. This is not the same for Morgan Martin, but I love that. I just thought of that. Morgan does have 16,000 followers, but Cheyenne and Katie literally make so much money, and Katie might have a little more, but you guys have 5,000 followers.
Yeah,
it's nothing. What?
You can look at it now.
Oh, yay. Okay. Yay. Yeah. Cause I was like, yeah, I can. So I looked at her followers, and cause you would think that Allison's talking about this and she's got 40,000 followers. And I'm not knocking her 5,000. I'm saying, I think it's really cool. And that's hard. That's awesome that she built up 5,000 followers on Instagram. But when you think about it, that's not crazy. That's not crazy. It's just Instagram is a hot market for working your business. It's hot. I mean, Katie.
It's really common too.
Yeah.
People, that's just it's transitioning, and where the younger generation is really on Instagram. I mean, a lot of this younger generation don't even have Facebook. And I was like, what? You know?
Yeah.
I'm like trust.
Katie Bevington, Katie and I are, we talk almost daily. I love her. And she's like, Kim, bro, you need to get, Instagram's where it's at. I'm like, I know, Katie, I'm trying. Okay. I'm trying. I haven't full force because I'm Facebook. I love Facebook, but it's true. These women that are making above average presidential diamond checks are all on Instagram, and they're solely on Instagram. They're not doing anything else. And so I'm like, okay, I get it. It's a cash machine. I need to get on top of this. So, and I love that your story, your highlights are really awesome. You need to teach me that. Oh my God, they're so perfect. And
highlights. So you can save your stories and categorize them. So people will actually message me and it'll say message from highlights, and it'll show you if they message you from your highlight. Because on a keto coffee, like, I really want to try this coffee. And I'm like, oh, great. I will tell you, the longer I've been on Instagram, daily people message from my stories. That's where I cold message. I reach out to people, but right now people are just my stories. And I follow Cheyenne Knox and all of these people that are Courtney Boer's whole team. Everyone. I mean, I follow them and I've learned from them, from their Zooms, from everything. And success leaves clues. So if they're doing this consistently every single day, like the people I'm following, you guys, they do not miss a day, any day. Like,
no.
And it's pretty much the same thing every day. Like, I can post the same before and afters this, on Tuesday of this week and Tuesday of next week. And you know what I'm saying? Like, people really, it's almost like the follow-up rule, like the statistic where people need to see something 5 to 21 times before they join. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you are actually messaging them 5 to 21 times. They just need to see it repeatedly. And on Insta story, they're going to see it repeatedly, different from like Facebook scrolling or even Instagram scrolling. They're going to see it repeatedly. The same people look at my stories. Oh my gosh. You can see who is consistently. And it's like, you can look up and you're like, girl, I know you've been stalking my story. And that is another way that I message. I actually, if I see the same, if I do a video and I'm talking about a product and that person has watched all the way through, they're going to message from me. And I'm going to say, girl, I saw you watch my story about my keto coffee, my fat burning coffee. Would you be interested in giving it a try? I'm looking for some new product models who give it a try. I'll give you my 40% off discount, like VIP coupon. Like, Instagram's a little bit different on wording. So you kind of want to be like, they love the word discounts. They love the word coupons. They love the word VIP. It's kind of a wording thing, but it is just that. Like, I do that every single day. And I have really worked hard on branding myself and adding my network. So I was really adding my network fast. And then you do have to also unfollow on Instagram. Otherwise, you're going to get this huge following. You're following like 10,000 people, but you only have like 4,600 people following you back. So the past week, I've kind of stalled out and been unfollowing quite a bit. And I unfollow people that you can actually find an app. There's Captivate and there's Cleaner. And you can literally have an app do it for you. They can unfollow the people that are not following you back. I actually like to know who my followers are. I do it manually. That's just how I am. I like to do that, and I'm very routine with it. Kendra, my sister, she's on here, and she does Instagram fully with me too. And Kendra always does this, and she's been rocking it with her before and after pictures. She has incredible before and afters. So if you have personal to before and afters, you need to put them on there. And she literally messages them like, hey, have you seen my story today? Especially if they were like interested in a product, like, hey girl, did you see my story today? Like, if people have been wanting to hear scams, like, girl, did you see my story today? Just like check out the before and afters, like literally. And they're like, oh no, I didn't. People are really nice on Instagram too. I'm a very positive, and they're really nice.
Yes. That's one reason I need to get, like, and trust me, like, I love Facebook. I've got a great Facebook, but like, people on Instagram are a lot more like, hi, oh my gosh, yeah. And I was gonna say, like, your story, you guys, now that because I do my Instagram, like, I'm not like Alison on Instagram yet, like I want to be. I need to get my highlights looking, on fleek. I need to do all that. But I do post on Instagram daily, and I do have good posts, and I do share to my story through Instagram, and it's linked to Facebook. And what I love about stories is that not only can you add polls so people like can take them, and that's fun, but you can also, I feel like people get to know you in a different way. Like, you can see a post all day long, and people are like, I really don't know this girl though. Like, I haven't heard, I don't really, but I feel like I do, but I don't. And then they watch your story and they're like, oh, she's like normal as shit making her keto coffee. Like, she's just normal. And so, yes, like, utilize your story, whether you're on Instagram or Facebook. It is such a good, and you can exactly, like, if someone watches my video all the way through, I'm like, you didn't stop, girl. Yes, I've done that.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool too, because you can go live on Instagram. I go live on Instagram quite a bit. And then it just kind of shows on your story. So what I'll do is I'll say on my story, check out my live. And then I think they just have to like click over because it'll show you can look at your story or your live. So I did one the other day, like I was mixing my greens, talking about, how 4 years, sick free this month on my greens. But on my story, I like took a picture of me holding my greens and said, check out my live. And then people go to your live. So, I mean, it is a whole other world out there on Instagram. And like for your highlights, for instance, take a day and do it. It's something that you can do in increments or just get it done. And utilize every single aspect Instagram has. Instagram has so much. They also have something that is incredible. It's called collections. So this is where it makes follow-up amazing. Okay. So I'm going through, I'm messaging people, I'm either messaging again on their story. I'm messaging them, oh my gosh, that like dinner looks good. I'm building a connection with them. Or I'm messaging them like, hey girl, I was just stalking your page. You look like someone that would do so good at what I do. Or I'm messaging them like, hey girl, I was just stalking you. I love your style. Would you want to be a product model for me? I have a new challenge coming. I'll hook you up. Those are what I'm messaging. Like, that's it. Okay. Then if I'm getting people interaction, okay, and I'm getting great conversations and they're interested in hair, skin, nails, or they're interested in greens or weight loss, okay, but they don't sign up on the spot. I have had people sign up on the spot on Instagram. And that has made my belief that people, they don't have to wait till Friday. Not everyone has to wait till Friday to payday. And people get paid all different times of the week. That is where I was like, okay, you get a good interaction with them. You can save them. For those of you that may not have a good organization base, for this, you can simply save them to a collection. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to that person who likes hair, skin, nails. You're going to go to their page. In the bottom corner of a picture, there's that little, little arrow thing. Okay. You click on it. It'll say save to collection. And you save that picture to hair, skin, nails. So every single week I am going through, my follow-up is insane because why am I signing so many people? Fortune is in the follow-up. You cannot talk to someone one time and then, expect them to come back and ask you to order. It's very rare that people are going to say, hey girl, it's Friday. I got to order my greens. Okay. That's your job. That is your job. Our job is to introduce these products to people. And then if they say they get paid on Friday the 16th, they are going in my calendar. They're in my collections. And I am going to go through because I follow up throughout the week, but I really do follow up on Fridays because the majority of my people do sign on Friday. And I go to the collections. I go through everyone in my hair, skin, nails, everyone in my weight loss. And I simply say, hey girl, I'm placing some orders today. Are you ready to try the hair, skin, nails? Like super simple. Okay. They're either going to say, oh, I can't do it today. They're going to say, yes. How do I get set up? Or they're going to look at it. And then next week, I'm going to say the same thing. I follow up until they either block me or sign up. I mean, there's no in between. And the more people that you're talking to on a daily basis, okay, that means that you will have a likelihood of signing more people. And maybe some people, so actually right now, it's a kind of a good example. I think this business kind of runs in 90-day increments, really does. Whether you're pushing for a promotion or you're doing, talking to people. I'm actually signing people now that I talk to yes, I follow up every week, every Friday. Some people, if they give me a certain date though, I put them in my calendar on my phone and then I'm going to follow up on that day. So I either ask them what date is good for you. What's your number? I'm going to save your spot. They'll give me their number. I'm going to put their number in my phone as PLC PDT, their name and number, where I found them, Instagram or Facebook. I'm going to go in my Google Calendar and put their date. So I have like follow-ups are insane. Like this last Friday, I had like 10 people from the week before so they could order next Friday. So I went through, hey girl, can't wait to get your order in. What's best for you? Do you want me to walk you through my link? Do you want me to set you up? Like whatever's good for you. And that's on both Instagram and Facebook. So kind of the both for each follow-up. But as far as Instagram goes, I mean, I go through my collections every single week. And if they have not signed up, I have a collection where they transfer into a loyal customer. Like I save all of my customers as a collection so that I know that I am constantly liking and commenting on their page too, interacting with my customers. So collections, it's under saved. It's in the top right corner where you can find that on Instagram. I watched a video. I mean, literally, you guys, I learned everything through YouTube videos of like trainings. Like people will have trainings of like they're on their Instagram. Like I don't remember who did the training in collections. I don't really remember, but I mean, there's a training for every aspect of Instagram. Even if you just YouTube, like it doesn't have to be at work. It's like you just YouTube Instagram collections. You're gonna find step by step how to do this. But yeah, I am so consistent. Like I work every single day. I do, I think for me being in for a while now, I'm so ready for Double Diamond. I can feel it's here. And it wasn't until, August was the best month that I had until now. I mean, it was crazy. I woke up one day and I had been building on Instagram for a while, and like I texted Courtney, I said, today is the day. Like I'm done. Like I'm doing this full force. Like I'm going. And I think when you know that you are done, you are made for so much more. You're ready for that next rank. Don't wait till conference to promote. Do it now. Like get your work done now, because whatever they have for us at conference is going to just be so mind blowing, but you got to put in the work now. I think that November every year has been like my worst month. No joke. Like November I always know like our busy season's coming, usually. Obviously this past year, every month is a busy season. It Works is just changing. They have our backs so much, but I believe that November is always my lowest enrollment month. And this month is already like the highest so far. Like, and it's like, we're on day 11. Like it is not, no. But
I love that, like, hold on before I forget this. I love that you can choose whether or not you're ready to change the game. Like Alison was like, usually November, was the lowest enrollment date. Yeah, but she decided that it wasn't anymore. Like, you just have to decide that your life doesn't have to suck anymore. Like, you can wake up and be like, I don't have to go back to work. You can wake up and say, my kid, you know what? F it. My kid is worth it. Like, you can decide every single day that you're ready to change the game and just get out of your own way. Like, that's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's funny because I've been watching other, the nice thing about this business is that we have, sideline friends from all over. And I've built connections with a couple other sideline that I followed on Instagram. I found them and I followed them on Instagram this past year. And when I see, I've been watching their journey and I'm doing everything they're doing, but I had to be honest with myself. I was doing everything they were doing, but was I doing it to the amount that they were doing it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So when I'm watching Double Diamonds going from $4,500 paychecks to $7,300 paychecks in like 3 months as a double, I'm like, okay, like, what?
And like, what I love is like, you guys, I've done this for 5 years. It took me 3 years. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to take you that long. It does not have to take you that long. It took me 3 years to like, I would say 2.5, 3 years to like decide that I was going to work this like a business. So when I say I work it like a business, I mean that every Monday I chart. That's just because you should know where your team's at every week, not just when you feel like it. Like, oh, today I feel like I might be Double Diamond, so I'm going to go and chart. No, you should know where you sit all the time. So every Monday I chart because volumes continue to change, right? Because your team's always growing and being awesome. And then, like, I'm telling you, come up with a routine. Every Monday I chart. Every Sunday we do this team Zoom. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we do a power hour. Become like a business owner. Like, take your business by the balls and own it.
Yes.
And say, like, what am I going to I wake up and I take my kid to school and I give it to God every morning. Like, I give it to Jesus. I sit down, I write in this little journal right here, and I just pray through a journal. And I'm just like, God, like, if it is your will, let's go, let's do it. And then I just pray. And then I go to work every Monday, especially. I hardcore hit it with host to post. Hardcore. I mean, I do every day, but Monday morning, let's get it. Because I will literally sign people throughout the week from that Monday. Like, it is crazy. But then I do host to post throughout the week. And I'm not trying to give my tips now, but I wanted to like reiterate the whole routine thing. When you decide that you are going to come up with a business, like you're a boss woman, like come up with a business plan for your business so you can see real, true residual income. Like just because people say I'd walk through a brick wall for residual. Residual that doesn't come unless you're taking care of your customers. You're sitting down and you're making sure you're following up. Like it becomes real and really easy when you decide like I'm gonna do this nonstop until I get it right. Like when I explain to people my loyal customer follow-up, I'm like, guys, I know that sounds crazy, but it is literally like second nature for me now because I've done it over and over for a long time. So yes, like come up with a routine like she has. But anyway, keep going. Sorry.
I like that too, because a huge part of my day every week is following up with my current customers. You guys, do you know how I'm upgrading distributors, or I'm getting my distributors, is from my customers. I always offer the opportunity when someone signs up and I have a really good vibe about them and I know they could do it. Like I stalk them so well. I'm like, girl, you could do this. And she's like, I'm okay. I'm gonna try the coffee for now and then I'll see you in the future. I'm like, girlfriend, that's awesome. Yes. Every single month before her auto ship runs, I am making sure, I am asking her, is she liking the coffee? What else does she want with it this month? You know, and I'm already kind of acting like it's a trial distributorship in a way. I kind of want to see if they're going to communicate with me on a regular basis. That's been huge. Because I take this very seriously and I take my team very seriously. And if you want this, I got your back 100%. I don't have time for people that don't want this anymore. I only have time for people that want to change their life because I'm willing to help you and I'm willing to work with you. You got to work with me, but I'm willing to work with you. And I think that getting to know my customers and seeing if they would actually really be good at, doing this business with me after their 3 months, I'm going to have them try it for a couple of months. I want them to try the products. So the people I signed up in August, every single one of them got a follow-up and they got an opportunity to upgrade or change or keep on their product or change. Like I don't say you're going to sign up for 3 months and you stop. No. Oh my, no. Keeping customers is huge because I will tell you, I was one and I upgraded to a distributor. I really feel like people can sign as a distributor on the spot. Absolutely. If you need money that bad, you'll be willing to do anything without even trying a product just because you can feel my passion, my belief in the products. Yep. And know that like, well, she's obviously obsessed with these products. They've at least worked for her. You know what I mean? But I really believe that you got to go to your customers. If you want to start signing distributors and off of Facebook, off of your best friend, off of Instagram, whatever, you really need to be taking care of your customers, and then you need to be offering this opportunity to them. If they love these products, be like, girl, do you know 4 other people who would love these products? I think you do. You just told me your mom would love these products, Have you ever thought about doing this like I do? I got your back. Like, and just, I think it's about trust. I truly believe that anyone who joins my team as a customer or distributor, they can trust me. Like, I'm there for you. I mean, I really am. And I really believe that this is changing lives, whether it is the coffee and the focus it gives you, or if it's seeing my team's paychecks increasing every month. And I see so much. I know, Kim, I'm sure you can relate. Like now the position that I'm in, that the time frame that I've been in with my business, back in the day, I used to say, like, I thought you had to run. Like, I was a diamond in 3 months. Oh my gosh, this is never happening. No, like, you guys, like, I learned so much. My first year, I had a rough personal life, and, I'm not making excuses, but it was just craziness. And then when I went to conference changes everything, went to conference, and I literally ran, double promoted my next month. I committed. That next year, I decided I was going to quit my job that I went to school for, tens of thousands of dollars in debt with, to do this full time. And it was a mindset where I ate, slept, everything. It works because I knew that this was going to change my life. And then when I took the leap to do this full time, now I'm ready for my team to experience this. And what that in turn is going to do for me is abundance. That's really the word I can explain. I mean, it's abundance. I mean, residual at this level, it's crazy. And if you promote it and, you've lost rank, it's okay. It happens to all of us. Trust. And it doesn't mean that it's over. It's not a failure. It's just a bump in the road. And I think if you can really utilize the fact that every person that's either left your team or told you no, or got those haterades out there, whatever, you have to learn as it's a lesson learned. If you take it as a lesson learned, like You guys, I ran for double as like when I went diamond, I'm like, I'm going double. 3 months later, there was a bonus in the line and I didn't hit it. And it was hard for me. I was like, am I not good at this? Like, what's wrong? And then, I've had people leave. I've had people leave and come back. I've been through the valleys, and I think that that's what sets you apart. If you know that this business, any type of network marketing, any type of business, it's not just straight up. You are going to have to go through things. And if you don't learn from those things, they're going to keep repeated. But if you learn from them and you're like, okay, oops, I look at myself every day in the mirror and I'm like, okay, Alison, like you can do this, and do I wake up every day and I'm like, right now I am every day. I'm like, well, I got this, but there's days it's hard. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's life and you have life happening to you. But I think there was a time when I was kind of afraid to put a goal out there, but I listened to TD Jakes quite a bit. I don't know if you listen to him. He's like a bishop. He's a really good. He has sermons online and he just gets me pumped. And he just speaks to you. So during my personal development, I'll usually listen to some type of a video. And, we say it all the time. You got to put a goal out there. You got to put a date with it. And I finally did. And I have over my bed, I have a diamond sticky note and it says 5-figure monthly income. And that is what that's what I go to bed praying over. I wake up praying over it. And, I think when you're ready to commit to whatever goal it is, if it's ruby, if it is diamond and above, put a number toward that, put a feeling behind it. I know December 30th, 2018, I will be double diamond. And the reason I know it is because I'm seeing the results. I'm putting in the work. I'm praying over it every single day. And I will not stop until it happens. Like it's, and I remember, Kim, when you went double, I remember you said, I think you were on stage and you said that you were like crying. Like you knew that month you were going to go double because you could like,
Yes.
you had tears.
Yes.
Oh,
I left, and it's like, and I was going to say something about a book I've been reading. Yes. But I remember leaving a rap party and it was the first time that I not the first time, but it was such a great moment. I picked up the phone and I never do that. I picked up the phone and I was like, Courtney, it's happening. And I'm like, it just is because this is why. Hold on. Feelings lead to action and actions lead to results. And when you feel something and you're going to put the action towards it. And then when you put the action towards it, you actually start seeing results. So when you start manifesting and writing your dreams down, people think that's silly. And this is kind of a longer Zoom. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But it's because it's good stuff. So when you start to write down your goals, people probably sit around like me. I used to go, why? Like, who cares? Like, just go for it. I did not give a shit about dream boards and writing down your goals. And I was atheist, so I didn't pray. I just was like, who cares? Like, I'm just going for it because I want the money. But now I realize the reason they do dream boards, the reason they say write it down, put a date behind it is because then you start really feeling like what that's going to do for your family, and feelings lead to action and actions lead to results. And so duh. And so, and when she was saying that, people leave and you're going to have bumpy roads and you're going to have hills and valleys, and that's okay. Trust me. The reason that I know it's okay and the reason that I'm okay with people leaving and people quitting is because, first of all, I can't stop anybody. Second of all, I know it's okay because I literally am not doing the wrong things. I'm a good person. And third of all, well, actually, this should be the first thing. God is not dumb. If he wants to remove someone from your life or from your team or from your situation, freaking let him and stop fighting it. Literally stop fighting it. If you lose a girl that you're like, I really thought she would go and be the one, he doesn't. And his opinion is the only one that matters. So before you're like, dude, she just quit and she just joined, just get over it before it even happens. Get over it. Just get over it. It doesn't matter. They're going to quit. God ain't dumb. Trust in him. Trust that he pulled that person.
Yep. And the two things that have changed for me this past couple months are the fact that you can never motivate anyone. You can only inspire. And inspire means to pull that something that inside of their spirit, pull it out of them. Okay. So I can inspire someone that I believe in. I know you got this in you. What is it going to take to get it out of you? I'm there to pull. But in the meantime, I'm running. Mm-hmm. And this has been one of the hardest things because I didn't have really an upline. My upline quit. I mean, Courtney's all of our uplines. Obviously, she's like one of our best friends in the whole world. But like my upline quit after I went Ruby, and it was hard, and it was one of those things where, well, wait a minute, I'm not in this business for her. I love her, but I'm not in this business for her. I'm in this business because I'm going ambassador. Like the money is already spent. Like it's given back to so many people. Like God can trust me with this kind of income. I believe that. I believe that at every single rank that you get to, you have to have a mindset shift that you are ready to hold the responsibility of what that rank comes with. I believe that I'm ready for a paycheck that's double diamond worthy and leading a team of the double diamond size. That's a big responsibility. When a year ago, when I thought I was ready for it, I wasn't. I was not ready for it. My mind wasn't there yet, but my mind is there now. My mind's like, all right, tomorrow, like let's do this. But I think the biggest thing is you have to be the runner that you want. If you come to me, you say, I don't have a runner, I'm going to look at you and say, are you the runner that you want? I could never, ever ask my team to cold message 10 people on Instagram that they've been, connecting with. And then in turn, this is what I'm doing, guys. I'm going to my Instagram and then I'm going right to Facebook and I'm asking for host to post. I'm double dutying it. Like it's crazy right now. So I'm all day on Instagram, Insta story posting, I post on Facebook, and then I'm asking for host posts, and the host posts are blowing up, then I'll go back to Instagram. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It is. I'm not going to lie. But it's time for me to promote. And I could never ask my team to do that if I wasn't doing it. I could never say, you need to message 50 people on Instagram in order to get this. Like, I could never do that because if I wasn't doing that's not how that works. I have to be the leader because I want to show. I like to be a guinea pig in some instances. I like to do a trial and error. And then I get so excited. My team that's on here, like, they know it. I'll be like, oh my gosh, like I just found out. Like, you guys got to try this. And when I tell them, like, you got to try it, the only reason I only got to try it is because I tried it and I've succeeded and I know what it will do. So I think that if you are in a position, whatever rank you are, and you have at least one person underneath you, you are a leader. And if you can find it in you to be that runner, and even on their bad days, you're going to have team that are going to come to you and they are going to suck it out of you a little bit, and what your job is to do is you need to just reinstill in them why they're doing this, have them take a breather, inspire them, hopefully, whatever you say, whatever you do, but your belief is still so strong. You are doing this for you. Your why is so strong that no matter what any bad day anyone has, and you're going to have a bad day. I mean, it's going to happen sometimes. And that's when you need to lean on a sideline like Kim. You need to lean on an upline. You need to lean on your downline. Like there's times when I need reassurance, So I think that we just need to lean on each other. That's the type of business. This is the company, the culture, this Christian-based company. We're meant to lean on each other. There's never, you can literally reach out to anyone. Like my team can reach out to Kim. Kim's team can reach out to me. Like this is such a community. It's such a family. And like, we all want everyone to succeed. Like, we're not competing. We really want people to succeed. Like this is real life now. This is life changing. So I'm excited because I know that they always say don't wait for conference, and I'm not waiting this year. Like I am not waiting. I am promoting.
Amen.
My team's promoting. It's time. If you I'm a big month pusher. So like I'm a big 90-day push person. I believe in 90-day increments. Courtney has really instilled that in me. So that's why November 1st is the 90-day push before conference. Conference starts 90-day push after conference. I was really running in August through October, had crazy enrollments. I was like, what is this? And now November's here. I am doing massive follow-up from my huge 90-day push and all these newbies. So that's why I'm enrolling so many people. Like, I can't even keep up. And I'm so excited that I can't keep up. I think it's like this, it's here. And then, I think it's just, if you maybe start, it's almost the 12th, and you're like, I should have started on the 1st. Start today. It's okay. Like, it's okay. I used to always say, well, maybe next month's my month. If there was a point where there were months when I'd be like, I know the kind of work that has to do to a month end push. It's the 25th, I'll just wait till next month. No, you got to start that day. You got to run all the way to November 2nd. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to run through that month, keep running. I don't even unless I'm promoting, I don't even know what day it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
work, like it's the last day of the month every single day.
Yep.
And charting is huge. If you do not chart, I have the chart, like I have the same chart like on 3 different papers, because one's like nicely printed out, one has my BV, and one goes with me in my purse everywhere. Like I am obsessed with my charts.
Yeah.
Because I pray over these charts. I believe the people in these charts, like these aren't just numbers or names, they are lives that people have trusted me to try a product, to be a distributor. Like they trusted me to lead them, and I take it very seriously. So yeah, I would recommend charting. If it is like a set day a week, like Monday, that is a great idea. Because over the weekend things could change. Fridays again, you know, I just, there were people that I've had people come to me and they're like, I haven't charted in like 3 months. I'm like, well, what are you doing?
I always like, that's one of my biggest pet peeves is when people come to me, you know, like my team, they come to me and they're like, yes, girl, I'm going for Ruby. I'm like, what do you need? They're like, I have no idea. I'm like, okay. Well, let's start with the fact that you need 338 volume under this one person. Do you even know that? Like, you have to know where you're putting things and where it benefits you the most.
Yup. So, and it's not your job to do that. It's their job to do that. You can assure them and you know, go over it. But I think that that's been huge for me too, trying to train your team to be able to encourage them to start looking at the back office more, looking at your downline orders every day, looking at credit card declines. Treat it like a business. It's going to pay you like a business. If you treat it kind of slacking, coast by, you know, maybe your paychecks aren't so good. Maybe that's why. But when you transition into, I really need to look at my back office every day. I need to see where these enrollments are going. I need to help my team make sure they know they're supposed to move people. Where are they? And if you need a charting's hard. I'm not going to lie. Like, I love it. I'm really weird how much I love it. Yeah,
I love it.
People will be talking to me and they'll like think that I'm like thinking about like listening to them, and I'm thinking like 58 EV times 2.
I know. I love charting. I love charting. I love getting out, like, I'll look at a chart and I'm like, okay, so you need like 400 volume to go Ruby. That's literally this much volume 5 days a week for the rest of the month. Like, you can do that. Like 54 BV a day for 10 days. You can do that. And they're like, oh my gosh, that's so true. So like when you know, and I learned that from Chaz, when you know exactly what you need and you can break it down into weeks, like it just becomes so much more fun too. Yeah. And like
compounds over time.
Yeah, and like think about where you want to be at by conference. You know, I want you guys, so like we'll kind of end it there. Think about where you want to be at by conference. And if you're kind of new and if you're watching the recording and you're like, what's conference? We're going January 31st through February 2nd, and we're going to Florida, Tampa, Florida. And it's going to be super fun, and you need to get there. And if you're new, you have 10 days to get the early bird pricing, and you're also going to get 20 coupon codes to give. No, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, shoot. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're like, oh my God. So you're going to get, I'm like, wait. So you're going to get like 20 coupon codes to sign 20 people up for $20. They can join your team for $20. That's $2,000 in fast start bonuses. And it's not a joke. I used to be the girl. This is fun fact. I used to be the girl that was like, okay, Mike Patillo would say, all right, conference tickets, 20 coupon codes. That's $2,000 in fast starts. And I'm like, cool. I'm excited to see other people do that. That's exciting. And I'm like, but I'm like, that's really cool. I don't think I'm going to do that, but like, that's awesome. And that's very true. Now I'm that girl. Like, I think I've gotten close to $2,000 in fast start bonuses in the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something. And it's not because I'm like triple diamond. It's because I'm just working my ass off. Like, I'm literally just working my ass off. Yeah. And if you just focus, anyway, so come to conference January 31st through February 2nd. And my point to that was, where do you want to be at by conference? If it's Ruby, okay, do a push. And like she said, start now with what you have. Start now with what you have. My why is so big. I will never, guys, if I didn't work this business like I do, I would be back at a factory working 60 hours a week because I don't know anything else. And I've never gone to school and I never will go to school. And so I don't have much, room for like awesome jobs. So I would be back at a factory, fast food or gas station. I would be working my heart out, missing out on my kids' lives. And, the fact that we get to just do what we do from a freaking phone. We all have one of those. Use it wisely. Stop just scrolling and not being income producing. Scroll and be income producing. Like, So like think about where you want to be at by conference and stop letting yourself down. Stop waking up and going, shit, I didn't do it. Stop letting yourself down. Fear is a liar running out of breath, and you need to stop. You need to stop. You just need to tell yourself, I'm done, son. Like I literally yell when I pray sometimes in the car. I'm like, God, I'm ready. I'm ready. Like you have to know that he put us here on earth to move mountains. He made you for a reason. He did not mistakenly put you here. He did it for a reason. And he's hoping and praying and watching you and saying, I know you've got this, but you just need to trust me. Follow me and my 2 feet, not fear and anxiety and doubt and failure. That's not what he needs you to go towards. And so I just want you to know that you are worth this opportunity. You deserve to come to Florida. You deserve to wake up every day with your heart on fire. And if you need to look your kid, your cat, your dog, your financial debt in the face in order to get up and be like on fire, then do it. My kids are enough for me to say, I love this life that I get to live. Thank you, Jesus. Now I'm going to do it again because you are worth it. They're 3 and 5 and have never known anything but it works during, their whole lives. And that is because God was like, this is your opportunity to be home with these 2 babies. This is your opportunity to become a better Kim than you will ever even imagine. And so if you're consistent enough, if you give your business, if, like she said, you have that feeling, you wake up every day and you're like, dude, I do this for this reason. Your soul is going to be on fire for what you do. And you're going to exude that on social media and the people that you meet and people, I got into a car. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this because I'm proud of my growth. I got into a car, an Uber, on the way from Come to the Table with Kenzie. We were going back to the airport and I was just in the car and he said, what do you want to listen to? I said, I don't know, worship music. And I get out of the car and he's like, I just want to let you know your energy is amazing. And I'm like, 5 years ago, you wouldn't have said that. Like, I just want people to meet me and say, she knows God. Like she's cool and she knows God and whatever she's got, I want. And so if you need to work on that, like do that, but that's going to come from personal growth, like she was talking about. So, just know what you want, why you want it and what's going to stop you and then get to work. But did you want to end on anything else, Allison?
The only last thing I'll say is that off of that is the fact that if you have, you might have people in your life that are like, oh yeah, she ain't going to do that, whatever. And you have all these people coming at you, all these thoughts. But you have this passion inside you for what you're doing. Like, you could do something with this business. That's not a coincidence. That's God putting that passion in your heart. And at every new level, there's a new devil. I will tell you. I have had some obstacles come my way. And I feel like, I know I'm promoting now because I've had random things happen to me like that don't, out of nowhere. And I sit back. If it's something that I might not like, I might give myself 5 minutes and be like, oh, okay, it ain't going to stop me. I'm going. I'm made for more. I know I got to do this. I know this is happening. Obstacles are coming my way because I'm there. Like the devil's saying like, it ain't, no, stop her. And I'm there and I'm about to bust through that door because God put this in my heart. And I have people now on Instagram. I had a girl just today. She's one of my future Latino launches, which is pretty cool. She's from our area though. It's kind of crazy. On Instagram, and she's like down there doing something, but she had said to me, I won't be able to do it. The $20 she had reached out to me for the kit on my story. She saw it because I post all the time, like, oh my gosh, drive me $20. And she had said, I think I'm going to have to just wait, and I'm okay with that. Used to be like, no, but I'm okay because I know she will sign one day when the time is right. But she said to me, she goes, I just want to tell you, like, you are you are doing such a great job. That was the first thing I saw, the first message that was on when I woke up today and I had like all these messages from last night or, the day before. That was the first message I said, like, she has no idea who I am personally. She just said, I just want to know, like, you're doing a really good job. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so nice because people are seeing us as social influencers and we are spreading positivity. So if you have people hating you, because we're not normal. We are not normal to be so passionate about something. This world is a bad, it's a fallen world we live in. And we are not, it's not normal to be so excited all the time and so passionate about something and know where we're going. Like, I've had people say to me, what are you doing like this next year? Like, where are you going to be? And they'll, I'll be in a group of people and they'll say, I don't know. And I'll be like, I know what I'm doing. I'm making $100,000 a year. I got a new house. I got this. And they're like, what? They're like, ew. I'm like,
I always say, I cannot hang out with normal people. And for someone as weird as me to say that, like, I cannot hang out with normal people because you got normal goals and I ain't got normal goals. Like, I can't do it.
Yep.
But, yes, that was so good. I love that you said at every new level, there's a new devil. Dude, that's so good. Yeah, but you guys.
It's true.
Yes.
You just gotta keep fighting through.
Yeah.
I just, I think if you can wake up tomorrow and, maybe you're not having the best month. Maybe you're not having the best year. It's okay. We've all been there. If I could look back at the Alison of November 2016 or the Alison of November 2017, I could just tell her, keep going. Just keep going. You're going to make it. It's going to come. Just keep going. And the Alison in 2020 that's going to look back at this Alison and be like, I'm so glad you kept going. I'm so proud of you. Like, good job. I'm so glad you kept going. Those people that laughed, those people that, said, no, I'm glad you kept going, because there are people that are going to bed at night praying for an opportunity like this. And it's my job to offer it to them.
Literally.
So I'm getting paid. We're hope brokers. Like we get paid to share this opportunity. So if you were to stop tomorrow, you're on the edge of your breakthrough. I promise you that when you feel like you gotta quit, there are people that I look at that have quit this business, and it makes me sad for them because they either, went far and they lost rank, they whatever, they just didn't make it. And I look at them, I'm like, it saddens me so bad because I see them go back to what they were running from almost, what they joined this business for. And, I can only hope to inspire them to maybe one day give it another try. But I know that, like, I'm not a quitter, and that I won't quit on my team. And that I'm not stopping because I was put on earth to do this. So, I mean, you can't stop a calling. You know what I mean? It's something you just can't help. And even if you're not that passionate yet, I promise you, if you go through the hills and the valleys, you will be, okay? There was times in my business when I was not, so peppy like this, but it's because I believe, I've seen it, I felt it. Like, it's hard to really explain, but if you just keep going, like, do not stop. And if you are the only person that believes, that you're surrounded by, you may need to take a look at who you're surrounding yourself with, as well as just look in the mirror, pray, you got this. Like, you need to be your biggest cheerleader, and it'll pay off. I mean, there's going to be a day. I have a couple posts that I already have saved for different ranks coming up. So for different reasons. I think I'm saying, I got some thank you posts to so many peeps, and some thank you for, I appreciate the people that doubted me because they've made me push so much harder. So just like Mark says, prove them wrong.
Yes, and that's been a big thing, dude. That's been a big thing. My family just eats it when I go around them now. I'm like, yeah, bye. So, like, you guys, we're so excited. And, I mean, this was a fire Zoom. Like, you fired me up. I want to just come over and, like, just work with you. And I will. And that's not a joke. Kendra. Yep, Kendra, you need to be a part of it, okay? Okay, you need to be part of it. But, yes, Kendra's like, let's get to work. Yes, so let's do that, you guys. Happy Sunday. Watch Mark Pentecost live on his Facebook page, even if you have to watch the replay. No, it's fine. That's why he goes live now. It's cool. We can watch the replay. So I love you guys so much. Alison, thank you so much for being on and just pouring into that. Becky, no, you can't sit with us. Just kidding. So thank you for pouring into us and being so awesome and all your just good, heartfelt tips. I love how much you love God, and I love you, dude.
Love you. Thank you.
Love you. Bye, guys. Let's get to work. See you guys. Happy Sunday.